And thank you, Mr. Sharma, for presenting it. Thank you so much. May I please request you all to be upstanding for the Australian anthem followed by Bharat's anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
May I please request our Chairman, Mr. Arun Sharma, to escort Honorable Ingrid Stitt and Gopal Bagleji to light the lamp. And may I please request Auntie Jaya to escort Honorable Ludo Campbell Reed, Honorable Pasuto and Dr. Shushil Kumar to light the lamp. Thank you. May I please request you all to kindly take your seats. Thank you. Leadership isn't about wielding power, it's about empowering others. And there's no better example of this than the visionary behind Celebrate India and the Victorian Festival of Diwali. He's the lifeblood of our organization, the bedrock upon which we've built our success. Like the unseen roots that nourish a mighty tree, he works tirelessly year round to cultivate our Indian culture and foster a sense of belonging within our diverse community. He's a true bridge builder, breaking down barriers and uniting us all in the spirit of diversity. As a White Ribbon Ambassador, he's dedicated to raising awareness about important issues and over the years has taken on the noble cause of supporting Beyond Blue, Pink Ribbon, and many such organizations. Alongside him stands our incredible Auntie Jaya, Celebrate India's creative lead. For over 18 years, her unwavering dedication and artistic flair have been instrumental in shaping the identity of Celebrate India. She's more than just a partner in life for our chairman. She's a partner in our vision. The entire team of Celebrate India is incredibly fortunate to have their guidance and support. It's an honor to work under their mentorship. Please join me in welcoming the chairperson of Celebrate India, Mr. Arun Sharma.
Thank you, Vani. Sometimes these children, they say a bit too much, but I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by acknowledging the traditional owners of this land where we all gathered here, and would like to pay my respect in a traditional way and say namaskar to all the elders of the past, present, and emerging. Representing the Premier, Minister of Multicultural Affairs, Honorable Ingrid State, High Commissioner of India, His Excellency Shri Gopal Bagle, Leader of Opposition, Honorable John Prosciutto and Mrs. Prosciutto, Leader of Shadow Minister of Crime Prevention and Policing, Brad Batten, General Manager of City of Melbourne, Ludo Campbell Reid, Consul General of India, Dr. Sushil Kumar, Chairperson of Victoria Multicultural Commission, Vivian Wynne, CEO of Federation Square, Katrina Sedgevich, leaders of community and business organizations, Manojji, Rampalji, distinguished guests, and friends. Welcome to our 19th year of Diwali celebration at Federation Square. I hope you're enjoying it. Are you enjoying it? That's what I want to hear. Recently, we lost a distinguished community leader, a co-founder of Celebrate India, and a very dear friend, Jana Rao. His valuable contribution, especially in the beginning, early years, will always be remembered. And to honor his memory, may I request you all to join in for a brief silence. Thank you. Thank you all. Celebrate India's journey began in 2006, and what a journey it has been. I think it'll be fair to say, when you look around, that over the past 19 years, Celebrate India has played a significant role in sharing the Indian culture with the wider Australian community in more ways than one. Today, Diwali has become a much-awaited annual event in Melbourne's cultural calendar. Over these years, so many unique initiatives were undertaken by us, such as the 10 years of Diwali celebration at Melbourne International Airport, at Flindustry Station for 7 long years, ran the first ever cross-cultural competition, essay competition in primary schools for many years. Worked with many reputable businesses and organizations such as Louis Vuitton, Coles, DFO, Melbourne University, MCG, and AFL in celebrating Diwali. I can truly say that it has been a very fulfilling and heartwarming journey thus far. More ways than one, but almost every year, every achievement was really appreciated by not only us, but the community as well. Nowadays, almost everyone knows about the message behind Diwali. But Diwali is much more. It also celebrates all the good things in life. It brings the families and communities together, just like today. And our program today will reflect all but just that. Over 300 artists of various backgrounds have put together a kaleidoscope of our rich cultural heritage from different corners of India. And to add even more colors to the program, we already witnessed that just before. We're really thrilled to host this amazing group came from Rajasthan, courtesy of Indian government. And later tonight, in a special presentation, we'll have an amazing item showcasing the birth of Diwali, the musical tribute to celebrate the victory of goodness over evil and Ram over Ravan. And not to forget the spectacular fireworks on the Yara. This festival always gives us an opportunity to raise funds and awareness about any welfare issue our community is experiencing. Recently, we lost a few too many lives on our beaches across Australia. With the summer approaching and many visitors arriving from overseas, we have joined hands today with Life Saving Victoria, and with the help of Bupa, we have a privilege to host a Para-Olympian swimming champion to raise awareness about the water safety on our beaches. Celebrate India is a not-for-profit community organization run by volunteers only. And without the support of all the volunteers, nothing like this would have been possible. So here I'd like to take the opportunity to thank especially some special group of people. First of all, it's the Government of Victoria, India, and City of Melbourne for their ongoing support for so many years. The wonderful team of Federation Square and all our very valued sponsors. Thank you very much. Come on, guys, you can do a bit better than that because this festival wouldn't be happening without you. Ladies and gentlemen, I need this applause going for a little longer because the next group of people I want to introduce is the team of most dedicated, passionate group of volunteers, our dear family of Celebrate India who works for 9 long months to make it possible. Please join and give them another round of applause. And finally, please join me again with even louder cheer if you can, because I'm going to repeat my request of few years and ask the leaders of both sides of Parliament to consider a Diwali holiday for all Victorian Indians so that we can celebrate Diwali in our traditional way on actual Diwali day. Thank you very much. And thank you to you all for supporting us for all these years. Appreciate that. Happy Diwali.
Thank you so much, Uncle. May I please welcome Minister of Multicultural Affairs, Honorable Ingrid Stitt, to please come and say a few words.
Thank you very much. And can I begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land that we're meeting on today and pay my respects to elders past and present. Can I acknowledge the High Commissioner of India to Australia, His Excellency Gopal Bagle, and also the Consul General here in Melbourne for India, Dr. Sushil Kumar, and of course everybody from Celebrate India, particularly the chair, who's just given us an amazing suggestion for a holiday to celebrate Diwali. And I'm sure the opposition leader and I will take that back to our colleagues in Parliament. Can I also acknowledge my parliamentary colleagues who are here today, also to the City of Melbourne. Thank you for hosting us here at Fed Square, and of course to Viv Nguyen, the chairperson of the Victorian Multicultural Commission. Everybody who's here today, so many community leaders and members of the broader community here to celebrate the very special time of year that it is and the beginning of Diwali. Of course, Diwali is a much-loved celebration right across our state now, and when this event started 19 years ago, we know that the Indian diaspora has become so much bigger and so much more diverse, and of course Diwali has become a much loved event for the whole community, and we are all the richer for having the opportunity to learn from your beautiful culture. And can I also comment on the amazing artists from Rajasthan, an incredible, beautiful part of India. So let's give them a round of applause for their amazing music and dancing. And it is 19 years since this amazing event first started, and it always kicks off a great season of Diwalis right across our state here in Victoria. And I do want to take a moment to thank everybody who's involved in putting on this event. It takes an enormous amount of work, an enormous amount of volunteers and passion to year on year come out and celebrate. But haven't we turned on the weather today? It's a beautiful Melbourne day. And I know that you'll all be here in big numbers throughout the afternoon and tonight to celebrate this wonderful event. And we are very proud in Victoria of our Indian community, but also, of course, there are other cultures that also celebrate Diwali in their own unique way. So whilst we know this is such an important time for the Hindu community, it's also an important time for many in the Sikh community, the Jain and Buddhist cultures. And no matter how those traditions are expressed, it all comes back to the very same universal message of hope and light and tolerance and love, and of course the triumph of good over evil. So this is what makes Melbourne and Victoria one of the most special places in the world, because we not only celebrate our culture, we embrace it. And I want you all to have a wonderful Diwali, and we will be celebrating alongside you, not just here in Fed Square today, but right across the state throughout the next few weeks. Happy Diwali!
Thank you so much. May I please welcome General Manager, City of Melbourne, Honourable Ludo Campbell-Reid, to please come and say a few words.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome, and thank you very, very much for having me. It's happy Diwali, everybody. And it's a really wonderful, beautiful evening here in the heart of Melbourne, and it's so good to see so many people here thronged through the city. So welcome to you all. It's an absolute pleasure to be here alongside all the dignitaries previously welcomed, including government ministers, festival organisers, sponsors, and also partners. I too acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we govern, the Wurundjeri Wurrung, the Bunurong Boonwurrung peoples of the Kulin, and I pay my respects to their elders, past, present. I also acknowledge our wonderful Indian and South Asian communities who have absolutely filled the city with spirit of Diwali today. The City of Melbourne is so incredibly proud to support today's festivities and your communities as part of our Events Partnerships program. You all bring a vibrancy and a magnificence to our city year-round by sharing your delicious cuisines, your art, your culture, and your ambitions. And we're all so enriched to be invited to take part in these special occasions and these celebrations in your calendar. Thank you for welcoming us all today, and welcome to Melbourne. It's fantastic to see how the festival continues to grow year on year, attracting more people with each celebration. And as you can see from the wonderful diversity of the crowd tonight, Diwali truly unites our multicultural city. I'm so proud to live and work in a city committed to upholding Diwali's message of peace, hope, and enlightenment. Thank you to each and every one of you for the role you play in making Melbourne one of the most friendly, welcoming, inclusive cities in the world. In fact, the greatest city on earth. And thank you for joining us to ensure these ancient traditions and messages have a place in our modern lives. And to everyone working behind the scenes, Arun and your team, to the stall holders, the performers, the volunteers, the technicians, thank you for bringing the city together. And to Life Saving Victoria, thank you for helping prepare our community for a safe and enjoyable summer on the beach. I hope to soak up all the rest of the festivities, and I can't wait to see you all back here to do it again next year. Have a wonderful day, happy Diwali, and thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I please welcome Honorable John Pasuto, Leader of Opposition, to please come and say a few words.
Namaste. Buongiorno. Tikanis, ni hao. G'day. Isn't this beautiful? This is what Melbourne, this is what Australia is about. And as Liberal leader in Victoria, I am so honoured to be here to join my colleague Ingrid Stitt, but also my Liberal Party colleagues, my Deputy David Southwick, Brad Batten as well. We're here to join with all of you. Arun Sharma, thank you for your vision and the vision that you and the late Dr. Jana Rao showed nearly 20 years ago to found this fantastic festival here at this very sacred and special place. To His Excellency Gopal Bagley, High Commissioner, to Dr. Sushil Kumar, Consul General of India here in Melbourne, one of the hardest working on the consular circuit, and to all of the dignitaries who were acknowledged before. Let me join and echo those acknowledgements. Yes, thousands of years ago, our First Nations people met here by the ancient currents of the Yarra River, by which we stand right now. And thousands of years ago, his lordship, Ramji, went and recovered his kingdom and his followers, lighting the pathway that had been beset by darkness. They gave birth to what is now an ancient but enduring tradition and religious celebration and festival, Diwali. And isn't it amazing that thousands of years later, we all congregate in this very special place? And what is so beautiful about what I see as I survey this fantastic square, Federation Square, is there is not one part of the world that is not represented. There are faces from every part of the world. And Diwali is not just an Indian festival, is it, Arun? It's no longer just that. Diwali doesn't just belong to those who worship in the Hindu tradition. I hope I can say now with pride and with enthusiasm that Diwali is a global celebration. Yes. And why shouldn't it be? Its messages are timeless. Its call to arms is universal. To strive for peace, to build love, compassion, and understanding. How can not that resound across the world and across time? What a fantastic celebration. Happy Diwali. Thank you for making it so special as well. Enjoy the night's festivities.
Thank you so much, sir. May I please welcome the High Commissioner of India, Gopal Bagleji, to please come and say a few words.
Not many a time a High Commissioner follows a leader of opposition to speak. And not many a time a High Commissioner begins with what a leader of opposition began with. Namaste. Shubh Deepavali. Honorable Minister for Multicultural Affairs, Ingrid State, Leader of Opposition, and our good friend John Prusito, the General Manager of Melbourne, Mr. Ludo Campbell-Reid, Arunji and all your wonderful team, other dignitaries who have been acknowledged before me, and the traditional custodians, I join in acknowledging them and their elders and paying my respect to them. My Consul General here, Dr. Sushil Kumar, my colleague from Canberra, our Consular, Ms. Sweetie Agrawal, all the ladies and gentlemen, dignitaries, friends of India, once again, a very, very happy Deepavali, Shubh Deepavali to all of you. I have been here in Canberra, in Australia, for just 9 months. And in these 9 months, I have seen a wonderful celebration every time I step out of my house, I step out of my office, and I step out of any place or step into any place in Australia. And that celebration is what you are celebrating today. Celebrate India. India, the largest democracy of the world, the most populous country of the world, a thriving, rapidly growing economy, but also an ancient civilization. You saw Rashid Khan's troupe perform a few minutes ago. Does anyone know what he sang? Does anyone know the song he sang? He sang a song written 700 years ago. Chhap tilak sab chhini mo se naina milaye ke. 700 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, and not a word has changed. It is sung exactly in the same way in dargahs, on streets, in theaters, on stages all over the world, as its author, Amir Khusro, wrote it and sang it 700 years ago. That, for us, is the depth and continuity of India's civilization, which we are celebrating today in the form of this Festival of Light. And at the same time, the change, and look at you. I was told a few days ago here in Melbourne by someone who came here 45 years ago that when he and his friends went to watch a cricket match between India and Australia in Melbourne Stadium, maybe in the 1970s, there were just about 40 or 50 friends, Indians, who were present there. And this 26th December on Boxing Day, when you go to watch the 4th cricket test match between India and Australia in the Border Gavaskar Test Series, can you guess how many thousands of Indians will be there? And how many thousands of Indian Australians will be there? So this is the multiculturality that we are celebrating today. I wish to give you my greetings. I wish to give you my best wishes. But I also wish to congratulate you and compliment each and every one of you, the government of Victoria. And John, you might be the leader of opposition, but one thing you share with the government of Victoria, that is your love for India and your love for the Indian diaspora here and your support for the Indian diaspora. So I am very grateful as the High Commissioner of India to be here, to be amidst you celebrating this Festival of Light. And as Ingrid said before me, the Festival of Hope, the Festival of Prosperity, but not just that, ladies and gentlemen. Celebrate India has completed 19 years. You have crossed the terrible teens. Celebrate India is no longer a teenager, but Arun, despite his beard and hair, he is a young man in his heart. Why? Because he put so much of passion in celebrating this with all of you, with bringing thousands and thousands of people to celebrate this festival, celebrate the togetherness of Indian and Australian people, our mateship together, and celebrate this Festival of Light year after year after year. So Arun, a big round of applause for you and your team, and a big round of applause to all of you who make this celebration the joy that it is. So once again, Shubh Deepavali, And may your coming year, may this festival of light bring boundless joy, enormous brightness, and all the happiness to all of you, but most importantly, to all the members of Indian diaspora, to their friends and families, all our friends in Australia. Shubh Deepavali, Namaste, Dhanyavad.
Thank you, sir. As per our Diwali tradition, we would like to give a small token of our appreciation to you all, our guests, for being with us and gracing this occasion. And this concludes the formal part of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our esteemed guests.